outstanding passer. Miley, three, he's by himself. Now watch this. And then to Miley.
I just think the whole generalization of it is how much we did together. You know, if we decided to do something on a road trip, we pretty much invited everybody, and maybe not everybody wanted to go, but that's kind of the way that team was. And Bill gave us curfews, Bill gave us rules, and we pretty much stuck to them. But we had a good time. We played a lot of cards with guys like Max Gibson, Jerry Manley, Jerry Smith, and them. And I thought I was a great poker player, but I found out 20 years later, Max says, we were folding with four of a kinds, and so you guys could win. So it told me how that was going. But it was just a great bunch of knit guys that loved to hang out together. And Danny was still around, so Larry, I lived with Larry's older brother for 3 years of college, so Larry was always around, and that's kind of how we cultivated our relationship. But it was just a very tightly knit group that wanted to do things together, and I think, and we enjoyed teasing each other, talking with each other. And I'm around some of the current teams the last few years, they're just awfully quiet. You know, they would have had to tell us to be quiet.
Miley, look at Miley fighting there. Brad Miley, Jr. from Russville, Indiana.
Well, Bill was always there when we needed something, whether it be in the evenings or whatever we were doing. He'd be there and we'd hang out with Bill. You know, I was recruited by Stan Evans. Stan was gone by then. We were all very close to Bob, but Bob was kind of on the distant a little bit. But Bill was kind of the closest thing to the players as far as if we needed something done away from basketball. And he was kind of our contact. So we had the utmost respect for him. And you know, just kind of catapulted, just snowballed after that. And he didn't have to change a whole lot. We liked Himmler. Mel was great for the big guys, Mel Daniels. He helped me and Alex and Larry a lot. And I remember Mel and Larry would play one-on-one after the practice that year. And I mean, it was the most physical basketball I had ever seen. I mean, Mel could still play a little bit. He still had that little fadeaway that he was known for with the Pacers. And we would sit there in the stands after a good hard 2.5 hour practice and watch those two play one-on-one. So there's a lot of memories there too. So I've been in the beverage alcohol business for starting my 30th year, and been in Terre Haute all 29 years. And I actually played overseas 5 years in Australia and Iceland. And so when I came back, I got a job with the current company, Southern Wine and Spirits. And probably got about 5 left before I retire. And got my wife Kathy, and I got 2 boys. I got one here in town who gave me 2 granddaughters, and I got a younger son in St. Louis. So they're both doing well, and just kind of nice to have my family around here. You know, I've stayed in contact with Carl and Alex and Leroy. We run into Nimchek at the Loyola game a couple years ago. We went up to a road game. So I don't talk to Steve much. I don't see Bob a lot. Of course, he's busy with his representative. So I kind of lost track of a few of them. You know, I see Tommy Crowder and Rick Shaw come back for the alumni thing. So just don't get to see each other enough. And we're really looking forward to that Friday night in particular, where we get to meet their families. A lot of them have grown children just like I do. And seeing what they thought about that era as well.